Brett Dawson from Sellout Crowd here at the Golden One Center in Sacramento. The Thunder a 105-98 loser to the Kings on a tough night offensively. OKC really just couldn't get anything going. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander at 33 points. Hard for the Kings to stop, but not much else was going the Thunder's way. Just a night where everything was a little bit of a slog. The youth of the team showed up a little bit. You know, Chet Holmgren said after the game that a team like this still got to get their road legs. Haven't played a lot of road games too to start the season, and then a long homestand, 6 straight games. Still kind of trying to figure out some stuff on the road. Maybe the atmosphere got to them a little bit here in this in-season tournament game. The Kings fans were really into it. Sacramento playing without De'Aaron Fox at point guard, and really the offense had struggled without him. Tonight sort of found some things in the dribble handoff game between Domantas Sabonis and Kevin Huerter. Huerter had 28, Domas had 24, and they really gave the Thunder a lot of problems defensively. Even with that, Sacramento mostly struggled to shoot the ball, mostly struggled to put together anything really great offensively. But in a game like this, very close, OKC playing from behind, those second chance points that have haunted the Thunder in the past did so again, 23 of them for the Kings, a 23-6 edge. And in a game like this, you really can't afford to give your opponent extra possessions. It was a really difficult thing for the Thunder to overcome. Some interesting rotation decisions by Mark Daigneault. He used a lot of Lindy Waters tonight. Talked about the fact that Lindy really had been a critical player for them last year and hadn't had a chance to play very much this year, and Daigneault said he kind of circled this game as when he thought he might be effective in. Also some decisions in the fourth quarter, went a little longer with Chet Holmgren, Jalen Williams, J-Dub, and Josh Giddey off the floor. Took him out about the 9:30 mark and left him on the bench for about 6 minutes. Basically, during that time, the Thunder had been down, made a little bit of a run, felt like the team, Mark Daigneault said he felt like the team that was on the floor. The process looked good. They were chipping away. They were getting it a little bit closer. Couldn't get over the hump, and then when the starters came back, down 9, had some opportunities to cut into the game, but again, a couple of timely shots by the Kings and some big offensive rebounds. I thought it was interesting. Jalen Williams, J-Dub, said after the game that maybe there's some element of adding a center in Chet Holmgren and some of the wings and guards, maybe standing around a little, watching, expecting Chet to clean up some of those misses, and they've got to change that attitude a little bit. It's still a really pressing thing. It's the most glaring weakness at this point for this Thunder team. Tonight, defense wasn't great, but it was good enough to keep them in the game. Offense wasn't great, but the Kings never really completely ran away from them. But those second chance points, a big problem. Coming up with Phoenix on Sunday, the Suns lost to the Lakers tonight, but really battered the Lakers on the boards, got a bunch of second chances, and scored a lot of points that way. That's going to be a problem for the Thunder if that continues to happen. Mark Daigneault said basically, if they don't attack this weakness, they know their opponents are going to, and that's happening right now. Teams very aggressively crashing the boards against the Thunder because they feel like they can get away with it and score. I think the OKC guards talked about this a little bit after the game. They're going to have to think about leaking out a little less, crashing the boards a little harder, and hitting somebody first. A couple of guys talked about that tonight, Josh Giddey and Jalen Williams, talking about getting a body on somebody right away and not thinking about transition offense. So a lot for the Thunder to learn from this one. It's a night where shots don't fall, and if a few more of those go down, you got a chance in this game, but a lot of mistakes, and more so than the mistakes, I think there were some plays, and Mark Daigneault admitted this after the game, but the Kings just sort of outworked them. There were a couple of plays where Thunder guys were standing a little bit still, and Keegan Murray, for example, for the Kings, just went and made a play to grab a board, extend a possession, give his team an extra chance, and they took advantage way too often for OKC. So the Thunder at 5-4, 0-2 in the in-season tournament. They'll hit the road for a regular season game against the Suns on Sunday. We'll see who plays for the Suns. Bradley Beal is back in the lineup tonight. Devin Booker is not. We'll see what happens there. We'll have coverage of this game and that one at selloutcrowd.com, so check us out there.